What a joy, halved and price for Willie Mullins, but it was Pied Piper, second favourite, long-term anti-post at 13-2 next best.
The Club Godolphin Cesarewicz, 2¼ miles, and away they go. She is hybrid with the field on the extreme right from the outside stalls, having looked very reluctant down at the start. Zenon is handy towards the far side. Also going forward is Motazan over there. They're followed by Temporize and Zoffi towards the far side, tracked then by Bashful Boy amongst those. Behind those, Vino Victrix. Towards the centre is Tash Khan, with also Emian going forward and Blaze on 5, tracked by Wonderwall. It looks as though it could be Jesse Evans not far off them, with Pied Piper, in fact. And then on the outside is Mr. Escobar in the yellow armlets just outside of Wordsworth. And they're followed then back in the field to Jack Finbar. She is hybrid, is being pushed along. Looks like Jeremiah is the one that's slightly detached towards the back of the field in these very early stages. Tash Khan on the far side of Emian in the blue sleeves, with Wordsworth very handy indeed. Then Motazan. On the near side then is Mr. Escobar as they continue their journey. Zoffi is not too far behind them. Pied Piper handy, Blaze on 5. Then Temporize as they race towards their one and only right-hand turn. Wonderwall's on the outside. And then Bashful Boy, the Shunter, is back on the inside of the field. Jack Finbar is out wide. Tritonic is further back. Then She is Hybrid out wide of the field. A lot of Joy towards the rear. Not so sleepy, not very prominent today. Not so prominent, with Ocean Wind towards the rear of the field as well as they continue the journey. And it's up front. Leading the way is MC Muldoon coming through with, in second place, Mr. Escobar. And they are followed then on the inside by Emian as they now begin to straighten up and head down the home run. In fact, it's Zenon that leads in the same colour as MC Muldoon. Zenon leading by 4 or 5 lengths. Mr. Escobar, Emian, and then Tash Khan. Followed closely then by Mr. Escobar. Then Blaze on 5 towards the outside. Trying to make a move forward is Wordsworth. They're followed by Motazan, and then back in the field to Golden Shot, not too far behind the leaders. And trying to make a move too is Wonderwall towards the outside. And still on the wide outside, Mr. Escobar is actually hanging across towards the outside running rail. So Zenon leads the way to Emian in second place. Still close up behind these is then Blaze on 5 with also Tash Khan as they race now inside the final 3/4 of a mile. Back in the field to Jack Finbar. Golden Shot now coming under a bit of pressure. The Shunter is making some progress. And still very wide and out of it now, Mr. Escobar. The main body of the field sticking towards the far side, towards the centre. And it's Zenon that leads the way. Zenon chased by Tash Khan. And then in behind these making ground is Grand Providence. Light blue jacket, noseband, but under pressure. Tritonic has a good chance on the far side. Emian still in the firing line. And right there too, with a run in the red jacket is Pied Piper as they run on down towards the final. Jesse Evans also in the firing line as well. And now inside the final 3 furlongs, a typically wide open race. Tash Khan and Zenon and Tritonic on the far side. Jesse Evans down the centre. The Shunter is coming through as well. And then on the outside, She is Hybrid has got back into the contest, and the Shunter is coming through to take it up now as they run down into the dip. The Shunter going on from Tash Khan in second. Then She is Hybrid. Down the outside is Pied Piper with a late run. They head inside the final furlong. The Shunter, Tash Khan, Pied Piper trying to reel them in. It's the Shunter just out in front. Pied Piper closing. Tash Khan far side. The Shunter wins. Pied Piper and Tash Khan. Photo finish for second. Then Bashful Boy back in fourth.
The Shunter wins the Cesarewicz at 14-1 for James Doyle, Emmet Mullins and JP McManus. Second was Pied Piper at 13-2. 25-1 in third was Tash Khan, and Bashful Boy in fourth at 100-1. Well, what a performance from this 10-year-old. Defies all the stats to say that these older type of horses can win a race like this, and a horse who's won big races at the Cheltenham Festival. He can do it over the fences and over the hurdles, and he's able to get out of trouble here to win and beat the very well fancied Pied Piper. Emmet Mullins, he can win a Grand National. He can win a Cesarewicz as well, but a great ride from James Doyle here, and he beats the second favourite Pied Piper in a massive race in behind from the very likeable Tash Khan.
Talk to James Doyle now in the colours of JP McManus. He's just won his first Cesarewicz on the Shunter. Tell me how it worked out.
Worked out great in the race, yeah, very happy. He's a horse that Emmet said to me that he can be a little bit headstrong, so the toughest part of today could be getting him to the start, but he was brilliant. He went down nice and relaxed. Early part of the race, he couldn't have relaxed any better, really. And it was just a case of avoiding the kind of deadwood in this race from 6 out up to the line. They start to come back and you're just trying to pick your gaps off without getting there too early, and that did prove quite difficult, and I ended up there much sooner than I would have liked, but he was very brave. He's been in some good battles over the years at some proper tracks, as we know, so he's well accustomed to that late on.
He's a remarkable horse, actually, at the age of 10. A winner at the Cheltenham Festival, second in a Grade 1 chase at Aintree.
Yeah, he's got a big engine, and you can see again today at the age of 10, his enthusiasm over the years definitely hasn't waned. He seems more up for it than he ever has been.
And did you feel confident inside the final furlong once you'd got that manoeuvring?
Yeah, it went almost too easy. I could have done with just being held up slightly longer, so I didn't present him to go and win his race so early. So I was a little worried, I guess, in the dip, and then around a furlong out, I wasn't treading water, but he was just taking his foot off the pedal a little bit. And I think it was Ryan. I could feel something come to me, and he responded immediately as soon as he felt that, so I knew we were kind of in business then.
You've got a gnarled old battler underneath you.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big help, especially at the end. You know, us jockeys are at this trip. It's a specialist trip, isn't it? Yes. So you need a willing partner.
And how about these colours as well? Have you ridden for JP McManus before?
I have a couple of times in the past, but never to success. So yeah, no, it's a very important day. Yeah, riding in these silks. I wanted to be a jump jockey when I was growing up, so watching these silks over the years, AP McCoy, yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, absolutely. The closest possible thing. Many congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, it was